Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I am going to do a long overdue review on the brand new Marty Stuart album, which is on my shirt, called Altitude by Marty Stuart and his fabulous superlatives. Now, if you don't know Marty Stuart, obviously he was a big mainstream country singer really in the 80s and 90s. At one time he was married to Rosanne Cash, so Johnny Cash at one time was his father-in-law. He played bluegrass early on with like Bill Monroe and fellas like Flatt and Scruggs. A child prodigy on the mandolin, but he can play anything that you give him, and he can play it very well. Not to mention he's a great songwriter and a great singer. This is the new album here, Altitude. The hype sticker in there, and there are Marty and the boys. Of course, you have Marty here, Marty Stuart. You have Kenny Vaughn, also referred to as Cousin Kenny. You have Harry Stinson on the drums, Handsome Harry. And then you have Chris Scruggs on the bass, Professor Chris Scruggs, as Marty calls all of his bandmates by their nicknames. And Chris Scruggs, he was in a group called BR549, and he's also the grandson of Earl Scruggs, the banjo player. So he's got some top-notch guys. Harry, the drummer, has been with him since the 80s. And has played with a ton of people throughout the years. But I've also got the vinyl copy here. Beautiful artwork, as you can see, and if you can tell, the whole look of the album is very much reminiscent of "Sweetheart of the Rodeo" by the Byrds. There's the inner sleeve there, and the reverse. Very cool. I'm not sure if that kid is Marty's grandson. It's on a beautiful see-through blue vinyl there. But if you like later period Byrds music, if you like a little Tom Petty, some jangly kind of psychedelic style guitar picking, you need to get this album. It doesn't matter if you like country music or not. This is like another level of music to me. Very, very possible this will be my favorite album of the year. As you can see, again, I've got the CD, the shirt, the album, the record. I'm going to go see Marty in September, so I'll have a review on that later on. But check out the album. It's the follow-up to this fantastic album, one of my favorite of all time, called Way Out West, which was produced by Mike Campbell of the Heartbreakers. But kind of follows a similar vein, maybe not as coherent in terms of the type of music. Like on Way Out West, you had a lot of you had some jangle, you had some like surf music. This album kind of veers from a little bit of that jangle, but also some straight ahead country songs, like the song Altitude, the title track. Very much, a pedal steel guitar track. And then you have, songs like Sitting Alone, which very much could be like a Buck Owens kind of song. But then Country Star is kind of like a cosmic country, psychedelic country rock song. Beautiful ballad. The last official track on the record, called The Angels Came Down, kind of an acoustic ballad. He has 3 instrumentals on the album, which are all called Lost Bird Space Trains, and they're all listed as Scene 1, then you have Scene 2, and then the final track is called Lost Bird Space Train Epilogue, and the bird is spelled B-Y-R-D. And as you might know, Marty Stuart owns the B-Bender electric guitar, once owned by Clarence White, who was the latter period drummer, the latter day guitarist on those Byrds records. He eventually became a full-time member. He was originally in a group called the Whites, bluegrass group. But it is just an absolutely, in my opinion, nearly perfect record. It's a beautiful album. And Marty wrote the majority of this album, I believe, when he was touring with Roger McGuinn and Chris Hillman back in 2018, when they were celebrating the 50th anniversary of Sweetheart of the Rodeo. So it definitely pulls from the Byrds music. Again, some of the standout tracks, like I said, Country Star is great. It's kind of got some humorous, here's the CD. It's kind of got some humorous lyrics in it. He, is kind of talking about, like the tongue-in-cheek nature of being what it takes to be a country star. I'm pulling up some of the lyrics here. You got some great pictures in the CD as well of the boys. But you have I know one of the songs, Sitting Alone, he played when I saw him sometime like last July. So, Country Star, he says, ain't that strange, it's a mystery. Just another 24 in the 365, 24/7, glad to be alive. All I need is a motor in my car, crank it up, hit the road to be a country star. Kind of their version of So You Want to Be a Rock and Roll Star, I guess. Kind of funny there, but that's a great song. Again, kind of got some psychedelic to it. Altitude is straight ahead country. Space is very kind of psychedelic. Night Riding is very Tom Petty sounding. Tomahawk is, again, another fantastic kind of country rock tune. Time to Dance is a straight ahead rocker. And then, like I said, The Angels Came Down is very acoustic, beautiful track. And yeah, I mean, I can't tell you enough how good this album is. There's that B-bender guitar that Clarence White played. And if you don't know what a B-bender is when the little button on the guitar for the strap, where you hook the strap to the guitar, the front part, the top half of the guitar, that one, when you're playing the guitar and you can kind of like tilt your shoulder up like this, it makes your strap go taut, and it's essentially working as like a steel string guitar without having to play a steel string guitar, because what it's doing is it's kind of making a tension on the B string on the guitar, pulling it up. It was invented by Clarence White and Gene Parsons, who is the latter-day drummer of the Byrds, and it just has a fantastic psychedelic sound. And like I said, Clarence's wife sold it to Marty for next to nothing after Clarence had died tragically. But I mean, it's staying alive. Like I said, I've seen Marty. I've seen him 3 times. I've seen him once as a headliner. I saw him once open for the Steve Miller Band, which is a fantastic show, and then I saw him play with Roger McGuinn and Chris Hillman. And like I said, I'm seeing him again as a headliner in a couple of months later this summer. And watching him play that B-bender guitar is just, it's a sight to behold. He's always touring. Go find him. Tickets are usually, you can get a ticket for under $50, $40 maybe. He's always a fantastic show. I've kind of told myself, anytime he's in my area, I'm going to go see him. I'll drive, an hour and a half to go see Marty Stuart every time. So do that. Check out this record, Altitude. You will not be sorry. It rocks. It's psychedelic. It's cosmic. It's country. It's just a beautiful, beautiful record. I can't recommend it enough. Get this album. So let me know if you've already got the record. Let me know if you've seen Marty Stuart. I know several of you out there love Marty Stuart like I do. He's not talked about enough, but this album deserves its due. So thank you all so much. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate you all so much. Comment, subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff. And we'll talk to you in the next one. Be good now. Bye.